Hi guys! Welcome ulit sa aking channel. Guys, good day, fiyagtarsangan, assalamualaikum and magandang araw sa lahat. Guys, tuloy ko lang po yung chapter 21 ng Claiming Her Back and okay. May mga ano kasi ako dito guys, audience. So, chapter 21. The mixed smells of bacon, hot dog, and coffee had awakened me. My body was lured to the aroma of coffee, and my tongue only wanted nothing else but to taste it. I glanced at the clock to the bedside table to discover that it was still 5 in the morning. Who the heck used my kitchen at this early hour? I put on my slippers, forgetting my just woke up hair and instantly headed outside. David was gloriously standing in my pink apron cooking breakfast. "How did you get in?" I asked him. "Good morning, baby," he replied, walking closer to me and kissing my cheeks. I blushed unknowingly. "Please sit down. I'll take care of you." He nervously smiled. Do I make him feel intimidated? "Coffee?" he offered, and I just replied with a nod. I was staring at him blankly. The house was silent. Neither of us talked or opened a topic for discussion. I also didn't know whether or what to begin with. All the time he was attentive to me, and he even served me on my plate. "I'm full," I told him when he served me again on my plate for like the third time now. "You only eat a little. You're getting thinner than the last time I saw you." He sounded concerned. "Yeah, it has been 5 or 6 months," I said with bitterness. "We will talk after you finish your plate. You don't owe me any. Please let me explain, baby. I promise to tell you everything and anything you want to know. You're not obliged to." I rolled my eyes. Now, Olivia, that was childish. He looked defeated. I pushed the chair and I stood up. Just in one smooth shift, I felt him tugging me by my waist. "I am not letting you go. Never again." His dark voice sent shiver down my spine. I have to get away now. Otherwise, I was getting confused. I loved the feeling of his hands on me, but I knew this was not getting good. I gently removed his hands from my waist and walked away. I closed the bedroom door behind me. I leaned my back on the door and I let go my tears. "I told you to give me more time, David. I wanted you to chase me, not to leave me for 6 months. My sobs won't stop. I looked at my sleeping baby. He deserved every happiness in the world. I have to swallow my pride. I have to be strong for my baby. I will do anything for my precious son, even if I will get hurt over and over again." I wiped my tears and composed myself. I went outside and found David sitting on the couch, looking so defeated and hands clasped together. He looked at me and his eyes were swollen. "Would you like to accompany me to the grocery store?" "Really, Olivia?" His face suddenly shone bright and he beamed while nodding his head. "Yes, I would love to." I walked to the kitchen to continue drinking my coffee. "Franz will take Nikolai out, I guess, with Katie," I told him while sipping my coffee carefully. "Okay, I will wash the dishes. Would you like to take a bath first?" He was so enthusiastic, like a kid who wanted to see the creatures in the ocean park. I could not help but smile. After I showered, I found David and my baby on the couch playing. I dressed my baby and let David shower. Franz would be here any minute. "Livy," I heard Franz calling me. "I'm in here." I laid my adorable baby on the mattress and He was giggling so much when he saw his uncle. Hi, is he ready? He kissed my head. Almost, I smiled while I continued putting on his diaper. Where is David? He is in the bathroom. When we were finally done, Franz picked up the nursery bag and held his nephew to his chest. Are you ready, buddy? We will have so much fun today. Franz giggled and my baby flapped his feet. Right on cue, David came out from the bathroom wearing a towel only. Franz winked at me and hurriedly got out of the room while shouting goodbye. I heard Franz's car driving away. David strode his way towards me. His biceps were undeniably sexy and the towel only covered the part below the V line. I blushed. I know. Before I could move, I suddenly found his strong arms pulling me by my waist, and his face was so close that his nose was already touching mine. Is he teasing me now? When I forced my feet to step away, he removed his towel confidently, and I was surprised and totally embarrassed upon hearing his hard stick cock pointing at me. David, cover yourself, I yelled. He was just laughing at me, and I turned my head away. In the corner of my eyes, I could see him walking towards me. No, don't come near me. Get dressed now, I commanded without looking at him. He finally reached my waist and pulled me to his body again. I could feel his pressing my stomach, and honestly, it was turning me on. Damn hormones. You can touch it. No. Look at me. No. I turned my face away to avoid meeting his eyes, but he pressed his muscles a little more again. You are the only one that makes him like this, he whispered softly. He is totally wild right now. He needs you to tame him. He was really teasing me bad. I faced him. I brought my hand down and slowly stroked his penis. His precum had already lubricated his cock. He closed his eyes and whimpered and moaned so sexily. Just watch David. Oh, yeah, baby, just like that. He moaned harder. Oh, fuck, baby, fuck. He was getting bigger and harder. I slowly removed my hands and he looked at me with confusion. I smirked and started running away, but he grabbed my waist again. Baby, you're not yet done. He looked so frustrated. I let an evil smile and stuck my tongue out and ran away. You're gonna pay for this, baby. I heard him yelling in frustration. Kayo ha? We filled the trolley with lots of groceries. Women and even men were all gawking at us. Most likely at David, who looked so hot in his casual t-shirt. People had probably recognized him even if he was wearing a baseball cap. I was busy selecting some brands of coffee when I noticed David enthusiastically filling in the trolley with varieties of products that he probably thought were good at home. David, what are these? He looked at me like an innocent puppy. We can't buy them all. I already have a budget enough for the needs. I'll pay for them. No. Please. No. Baby, please. I noticed the people staring at us. They must have heard our argument on who was the upper hand. The women were glaring at David with obvious lust. We were interrupted when two girls came to us. One woman wore a red dress that barely covered her boobs, while her friends wore a micro mini short that barely covered her ass. What's wrong with these women? Why do they have to wear such clothes to go to the grocery store? Their eyes were glued not on me. Hi, handsome. I'm Cassie. By the way, one woman said while extending her hands to David. David returned a smile and a handshake. I'm getting irritated now. I'm Bridget. You can come with us for a cup of coffee and more." This Bridget giggled like a bitch, and he was rubbing David's arms. "Hello, I'm here." I wanted to kill them with kindness, but I didn't want to create a scandal in a grocery store. Instead, I pushed the trolley and started walking away from them when a hand grabbed my waist. "It's nice meeting you girls, but I and my wife have plans already for the rest of our lives, and I ought to start it as soon as we reach our bedroom. Goodbye." He smirked while pulling me possessively, and we walked away from them. I could feel the woman's hot stare at us. The next thing David did caught me off guard. He kissed my neck, then to my ear, and whispered, "I can smell jealousy." He continued teasing me by showering more kisses all over my face. "This man is infuriating." "David, stop. We are in public," I scolded him. "Does that mean we can continue when we get back home?" He smiled playfully. No, I got really irritated of him. How dare he entertain those women while I was in front of them? After quarreling in front of the cashier, David won and paid the groceries. We roamed around the mall as David insisted he helped in choosing clothes for our baby, and the sales ladies looked like lost puppies trailing us. David bought almost completely everything in the baby department store. I kept on fighting him not to purchase so much things, but he was such a stubborn man. Just by showing his black card, the mall was put beneath his feet in a second. When we reached home, he was so overjoyed upon seeing the clothes he purchased for our baby. It was the first time he experienced buying things for his son. We spent the remaining of the day watching movies. I curled myself up in the single couch eating chips while David was handsomely spreading himself on the larger couch. I was all aware of his attempts to make me sit beside him. He always asked me if I was comfortable in the small couch, or if my back was hurting already, or if I wanted to stretch out my legs, and if so, I could lay beside him. Refuse everything he offered. I know he was trying to lure me. We were watching the third movies when Franz finally arrived. Katie had my sleeping baby in her arms and carefully handed him over to me. My baby must have been exhausted. Katie said he was so energetic all day and only slept when they got in the car. Franz had to drive Katie to her house, so they left right away. These two have really something fishy going on. Tuloy ko po ang ating chapter 22 ng Claiming Her Back. While I was cooking breakfast, I heard the incessant ringing of David's phone on the kitchen table. He was still in the shower on its fourth call. I decided to answer it. "Hello, this is David's phone." "Hi, is David around?" asked by a man's voice on the other line. "Yeah, he's currently in the shower. Would you like to leave a message for him?" "Yes, please. Who am I speaking to?" "This is Olivia." "Olivia, as in Olivia Miller?" His tone seemed surprised. "Oh no, I'm Olivia Gray." "I apologize, Miss Gray. This is Leandro Smith. I am David's lawyer. I just want to inform him the case about his marriage." "His marriage?" I froze. "Yes, Miss Gray, he is still legally married. I wish to speak to him regarding this." "I will inform him." My nerves were stiff. "Thank you, Miss Gray. Have a good day." I put the phone down. What was he talking about? Marriage? Legally binded? Didn't David submit the divorce papers? My knees were wobbling and I felt completely numb. I tried to decipher what his lawyer just said. God help me understand. I looked at my baby who was playing on his crib while watching cartoons. When he met my eyes, he started jumping up and down giddily and babbling baby words. I picked him up and kissed his chubby cheeks. David stepped out of the bathroom with towel around his waist. He pulled me by my waist and kissed my neck. My baby extended his arms to his father and David obeyed. He picked up his son and swayed him and my baby could not stop laughing. Leandro Smith called. He wants to speak to you. David stopped and looked at me with guilty eyes. David put his son back to the crib and turned to me. What did he say? He just wanted to discuss with you about the marriage that was not nulled. He froze. Livy. No, not now. I walked away. We ate our breakfast in silence. I lost my appetite already. I only drank my coffee to calm myself. David offered to wash the dishes and I cleaned the table. I didn't protest. I didn't have the energy to fight with him. The day was finished so quickly. I went to my classes with cloudy mind. I decided to visit the bookstore just few meters away to the apartment to chill out a little before going home. I was collecting books to add to my reading list when I noticed a GQ British magazine sitting in the corner of the counter. The cover of the magazine was no other than David Miller. He looked mightily handsome, spreading himself on the chair. The richest British male model on earth is now conquering the business world, the caption said. I sat on the coffee table and continued scanning the glossy page. I was just randomly scanning the content of the article when a certain paragraph caught my eyes. It talked about his marriage that had already been known to public and his plan to get it annulled. There was even a picture of him and a gorgeous woman smiling to the cameras. The caption said, David Miller with Samantha Pereira, a lawyer and a socialite during the GQ British Ball 2016. Are we going to hear a wedding bell soon? I checked the date and it was the time when David returned to London for some business he needed to settle according to him. So this was the business he was talking about, right? Olivia, now you know. I felt so pathetic after letting him back to my life and after he ravished my body. He now jumped to another woman. Why do you always want to hurt me, David? I wanted to cry. It was more painful when no tears were coming out. I didn't know what to do. I followed the sidewalk when the rain started to pour. I kept on walking and walking. Don't say you haven't been warned, Olivia. I checked my clock and I found out I had been sitting on the bench for 2 hours now. My swollen eyes were sent by vision, my legs were cold and trembling, and my head ached so much. The clouds were so dark. I decided to continue walking. My heels could barely carry my weight, and my clothes were soaking wet. I knocked softly. I had no energy anymore, so hunt for my keys in the bag. Just less than 5 seconds, David hurriedly opened the door with a worried face and quickly scooped me up by his big arms. I wanted to protest, but my head was seriously screwed. He carried me to the bedroom and gently let me stand. I saw my baby sleeping with a fluffy blanket covering him. David never let me away from his arms. He removed every article of my clothing while murmuring something. My stomach was churning up, feeling me more dizzy, and I sneezed a lot. I somehow felt bad for abusing and exhausting my body under the heavy rain. I've been waiting for you. I thought something happened. You're not answering my calls. Baby, what happened? Why did you drench yourself in the rain? You must be hungry now. I already cooked dinner for us. Baby, let's go to the shower, okay? He had been talking and talking, but I could not utter any response. I felt so completely exhausted. He scooped me up again and laid me inside the tub with warm water. He washed my body and shampooed my hair. I could not move my limbs. Didn't care anymore. If I was naked, all I wanted was to close my eyes. We're done. He assisted me to stand up and covered me with the rug. I was shivering so bad. He dressed me up with his own pajamas and his t-shirt. I probably looked like a fool with the outfit twice large my body. He even blowered and combed my hair. Baby, you have to eat now. Can you manage to stand? I didn't answer, but I just got up. I was really hungry and I craved for a hot chicken soup. I tried to get off from the bed, but my legs wobbled. I lost my balance, but luckily David was quick and he carried me out with his muscular arms again. I got you. He let me sit on the chair. He was filling me in my plate, but I was not moving. Don't you like food? What would you like to eat? I can cook for you. He sounded concerned. I was getting more sick of it. You want soup? He asked, and I nodded. Okay, this will be quick. Just hold on. He got up from the chair and started searching for the ingredients to the fridge. I was only watching him moving around the kitchen. He cooked very quick and soon we started eating silently. He cleaned the table and the dishes and led me back to my bed. Baby, can I stay here for the night? Why? I want to watch you and our baby. Do you think I'm not capable of doing it? I said coldly. He looked down with disappointment. I mean, you are 6 and I want to take care of you. He pleaded. I'm sick. I'm not disabled. Go back to your hotel, David. I firmly replied. He obliged. I could see that he was hurt by my sudden coldness. He pulled the blanket to cover me and kissed my forehead. Please call me if you need anything. I didn't answer. I just closed my eyes. Guys, thank you talaga sa panonood. Sa pakikinig pala. Huwag nyo nang panoorin kasi hindi naman kailangan. Kahit pakinggan lang. Guys, thank you nga pala doon sa mga nag-message sa akin sa messenger ko. So, tuloy ko na lang po babasahin ko. So, wait lang po kayo. Kahit hindi ko pa po ito siya tapos basahin. Mag-a-upload na rin po ako ng next videos ko para po sa mga sa bagong novel po. So, bali hindi ko na rin kasi ayaw niyang banggitin kung sino siya. So, sinong humingi na basahin ko yung novel na yun. And thank you po pala sa pag-subscribe, sa pag-like, ganun. Continue lang po tayo guys. Please like, subscribe, share, and click the bell for notification for our new videos. Guys, thank you. Bye-bye.